This is an update. It's been a long time since I have filmed. The footage that you just saw was from a long time ago, and life has gotten very busy. My fiance and I bought a house out in the middle of the country with a bigger garage and had to do a bunch of work on the old house to get it ready to sell and the new house to get ready to move in. And moving in itself is just a lot, and I drive a school bus, and we started back to school a little over 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. And obviously with mowing, very, 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 very busy. Have not had time to do much filming. What little bit of tinkering I have been doing has been on the Model A, and it has been incredibly frustrating because I've been fighting fueling issues to no end. So this is a short update video. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put the old footage before this or after this. So I'm kind of leaning toward after this. So ignore that part I said about the footage you just saw. Anyway, this is my new shop. My dad and I painted the OSB white, and we put up lights before anything was moved in here so that it was nice and easy to work in. And then I moved all my junk in here. It can fit 3 cars in it, so the Model A will usually live right here, and then I can have a second project going on over there, and then the farthest bay is where Brett will park. So with that being said, the update is that the Model A runs and drives amazing. And I'm going to show you and point at some things. But unfortunately, I did not film any of it because it was not enjoyable to film because it was a long ride on the struggle bus. Also, if you're wondering how the Rivian's been doing, it's fantastic. I took it on the long haul on Hot Rod Power Tour last summer, and it was so flawless. And I didn't film it because I just wanted to enjoy Power Tour with my friends. And as far as other project updates, quickly, I'm going to get the 68 GMC brought from my dad's to my house soon and start going through the things on a car that's been sitting for a long time to get it back on the road. I gotta come up with some kind of fuel tank, go through the brakes, new carburetor, and just kind of touch things up and start making it roadworthy because I'm taking the 68 GMC on Hot Rod Power Tour next summer. So without further ado, a short update on the Model A. So this is a new fuel sediment bowl. I first ordered a metal one, and it's in that little white box over there. And the fitting that they sent me that goes in the bottom of it was stripped. So I had been waiting until one of these came up online because I had to find someone that had them new old stock because they don't make this brand new anymore, or maybe production was probably just slowed down due to COVID and stuff, so there's just not very many. But finally one came up online. So new sediment bowl, new line. I have rebuilt the carburetor about 25 times because I was having fueling issues and I thought the carburetor was a problem. I even went to the Newport Antique Hill Climb with it not even road ready because I thought, well, me and some of the guys there will work on it and get it going, and we could not get it to run right to go up the hill. So I ended up winning the Newport Antique Auto Hill Climb Hard Luck Award 2024. Pretty nice trophy. Has a little hot rod Model A 2-door sedan up on top of it. I ended up dragging my car up and over the hill on a trailer. Yeah, real sad. But about a week after I got home from the Newport Hill Climb, I found the problem, and I have put probably about 70 miles on the car now, and it is just a ball to drive. So what ended up being the problem the entire time I was fighting fueling issues was that my brand new fuel valve that Brandon and I installed in a previous episode, I did not install with a screen in the tank. And I thought whatever, sediment bowl or filter, whatever setup I have, because at one point I had an inline plastic Wix filter, I thought that'll catch anything that's going to come out of that tank. And we shined a light down in the tank, stuck the camera lens in the tank, and we're very happy with how it looked. So we didn't think it was that dirty. Turns out that valve had a big chunk of rusty crap in it. And the whole time I've been fighting this car to get it to run, it was a fuel flow issue. I had just enough flow that it would idle, but not enough that it could take any throttle input and go under load. So it runs and drives great. In an upcoming video, I'm going to take it to a car show about 30 miles away from here. Don't know if I'll have a support vehicle following or not. Hopefully just good friends and family on, have their ringers on in case I got to call them for a rescue. But yeah, you'll see the Model A running and driving very soon. Just a quick little life update continuing. We moved out into the middle of absolute nowhere. It's windy and the farmers are drying their grain in the bins next door. So hopefully you can hear me okay. But look at that view. The definition of the middle of nowhere. Absolutely love it out here. This is my chicken coop, and that is where I store car parts and junk that does not need to be climate controlled or stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure the mice and the squirrels and raccoons and anything that can get into that chicken coop are very able to get into it. So it's just junk storage. Right now there is a new project vehicle hiding in there. You'll see it in an upcoming video. That GMC 2000 GMC 5.3 4-wheel drive automatic, 285,000 miles, runs and drives great, needs work, $1,500, located near Effingham, Illinois, if you know anyone that wants one. Email me, jahman96@gmail.com. Serious inquiries only. The Brown Ranger. I unfortunately have stopped driving it very often because the front end needs rebuilt / switched over to the Dana 35 so that I stop ruining my front tires. So I actually drove it to work and to the gas station the other day. Still runs and drives amazing. I actually put a new starter on it the other day, and because I had been waiting on having my Motorcraft original starter rebuilt, I finally got it back through it on the other day. The truck runs and drives amazing. I love it so much. It's just ruining front tires. Oh gosh, it's even windier over here. That truck you'll see around, it's the new daily / work truck / mowing rig. FedEx is here. Hold on. Sorry about the interruption. FedEx had a package. Yeah, so that truck is the new daily / work truck / mowing rig. It's a 2013, 203,000 miles when I bought it. $700. Yeah, kind of mind blown. Can't believe I own something that new and that nice for so little. It needed some work, and I worked on it, and I've put almost 15,000 miles on it in the last year and a half-ish. It's a good truck. Love that 5.3. It's just so good. As previously stated, the Rivi's a champ, and this has been a little bit of life update for Shenanigans Wrench Repeat. Keep an eye on the channel. There's more to come, and subscribe, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Check out previous videos because there's everything a person could possibly want, from revivals to restoration stuff to road trips, trail mowing time lapses, camping, four-wheeling, a silly little kayak video that Emily and I made, Hot Rod Power Tour content, yeah, there's so much diverse content on the channel that there's something for everyone to enjoy. So please do, and we'll see you in the next one. I cannot begin to tell you the amount of footage I have thrown away or just not even used because I start to say something for the camera and intro a video or intro a scene or whatever, and the GoPro battery says, yep, got 26% battery life. Get a minute and 54 seconds into my spiel and it dies. And it's just like, that ain't even worth trying to redo, because I was just trying to intro a dang video. To put it quickly, I got a new sediment bowl gasket for the Model A. So I'm going to put that on. Hope that it doesn't leak. If it doesn't leak, go for a little tootle around town, see if the car is going to run like it should. And if it seems like it's running well, I'm going to go run an errand. It's about, I don't know, 10-minute drive away from my house. So 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. Just a nice little jaunt through the country. Just to make sure it's running like it should. Or if it needs more troubleshooting as far as why it was running bad at one point. So it's daylight out, so I'm not worried about getting that headlight harness in today. I just want to drive it, and driving a project like this will oftentimes kind of make a person remember, oh yeah, I do want to keep working on this and improving on it so that I can drive it more. But when it's just sitting in the garage and you're working and doing life and just going through the motions and it's just sitting out here collecting dust, it's not very motivating. Okay, I'm gonna replace this gasket. Need to get some. Okay, let's see if it leaks. A little. How about now? Still leaking. Okay. I'm gonna go get a flashlight and take it back apart and investigate. I just don't understand why it refuses to seal. I've tried like 57 different kinds of gasket combinations and okay, I'm gonna clean this a little bit more and try again. I just don't know. I don't know why this thing refuses to not leak. I think the only thing a person can do next is replace this plate here that the bowl fastens to, because it's kind of pitted and dinged up and just, I don't know, it's broken down a little bit over the years, and maybe it's just not a good smooth surface, smooth enough to seal against. Okay, here we go. And it's leaking. I just cannot believe it. I can't believe it. I just don't understand. I don't know what to do next. I guess I'll start looking for one of these little plates online. Well, I sure got that thing off of there, didn't I? It's always something. This poor old thing was so brittle. I couldn't get a hold of it to get it out of there. And yeah, the pitting on the seal surface is like next level not good. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Either way. Yeah, this rubber gasket, I mean, it's just not going to seal against a surface that's extremely super duper rough. So, I guess I'll try to find one of these things and go from there. Well, hopefully the battery has enough juice to at least intro this video. I have my doubts because GoPro batteries are kind of terrible about not continuing to go whenever they say that they have stuff in them. Anyway, it's the Saturday morning of hill climb weekend. I got the car here on the car trailer, barely. It fought me for a week ahead of time, and I never did really get it straightened out, but I got it on the trailer at least. And we came in last night, set up our tent in the dark, in the glow of the headlights, and Brett's still hanging out in bed. I'm gonna take the bottom half of the carburetor off and try to adjust my float height, and then I'm gonna replace my fuel filter, and I'm hoping that it'll go after that. We'll see. I don't know I don't know how much of that intro is going to be usable because the battery died like mid-sentence, but it's the Saturday morning of hill climb weekend. I got to replace my fuel filter and adjust my float height and see if I can get this thing to run right before I even bother taking it to the staging lanes and registering it. I've got every tool a person could need to work on a Model A. 2 different size flathead screwdrivers, pliers, and a crescent wrench. I have the full tool kit in my truck, but it's a little bit unnecessary just because of how simple the Model A is. Well, I replaced my filter and I adjusted the float height, and I'm just not sure if it's gonna help or not. Couple of buddies from my car club stopped by and we tested to see if we were getting flow, and it gets perfectly good flow when the bottom half of the carburetor's not on. But as soon as I put the bottom half of the carburetor on here, it seems like it cannot fill the bowl up. And that has me baffled. I don't understand why it could do something like that. It just doesn't make any sense. And I slid it up and down on there a handful of times to see if the sides of the bowl maybe were hitting the float and lifting the float up and closing the needle valve or the needle and seat, and that was not the case. Now I'm going to tighten it all back up and take the drain plug out of the carburetor and see if I have enough flow. All right, let's see. It's flowing. You can see it dribbling down there. Oh. Well, I'm kind of at a loss. I don't really understand why it seems to have flow issues intermittently almost. Well, I guess we'll try to run it. Everybody else is driving uptown and getting in the staging lanes, so if it's gonna run, I need it to run now.